Okay, so this is going to be more like a quick rant more than anything. Let me start by saying I apologize for the noise in the background. You would think people would have the common sense to get up and do their lawns early in the morning instead of waiting till darn near 7 o'clock at night when people are settling down to be intrusive, loud, and annoying. Evidently, manners isn't something some people understand, so I apologize to you all in advance. I listened to a YouTuber, right? Rom Wills, and the reason I say his name is because I got this concept of cooperation to your operation from him. And most of the time he's talking about intimate relationships, so I won't get into that really. He's a published author and he's been in the relationship space for 20 plus years now. He was around and is one of the more senior people in that space before the whole gender war took off on YouTube. Here's the thing. When you're friends with people, you need to learn to separate the difference between the ones who aren't going to support you starting businesses or support you in any of your endeavors, but this is mostly for people who want to start businesses. You need to separate the ones who don't support you because they genuinely care and they're skeptical, because that skepticism comes from a place of being protective of you, and separate from the ones who genuinely don't plan on doing anything with their lives. Therefore, they have to put down what you do. Sorry for the heavy breathing. I'm recording this on June 20th, 2024, so I'm way ahead. Just been a tiring day and I suddenly have a loss of breath. Cooperation to your operation is something that Rom talks about, and he talks about it from a relationship point of view. If you're friends with people and you reasonably know they're jealous of your endeavors, you need to get rid of them and lie low. Again, this is something you have to determine because you know who your real friends are and who aren't. Sometimes people can sit in your face and pretend to like you and never really did. And you won't know that until you become wealthy. I hear these stories all the time that people didn't know how much certain people hated them till they started making money. And it's so true and it's so trite and it's so annoying. Look, I'm not saying you have to share all of your plans with your friends all of the time. I'm friends with people that don't know all of what I plan to do. And that move to not tell them everything is a purposeful move because I just don't believe everyone should be in your business all of the time. At the same time, it's nice to have someone you can bounce ideals off of. Cooperation to your operation doesn't mean that they have to always be at the same level as you. It doesn't mean they have to want to have the same amount of wealth and affluence. Though for some people that may help. This is where you should go to conferences, go to think tanks, and get to know people and put yourself out there a little bit more. Something I got to do in 2025, and introverted me ain't gonna like it too much. I've already been invited to book meetups, and I got to get back on my books. Hopefully I have by the time of this recording. Look. When I say your friends should be in cooperation, that means they have to understand your absences, mean long absences while you're building this business. They have to understand their needs are going to have to take a backside just as yours would have to for their own families. These are people who are going to understand. Again, someone who's skeptical and who cares about you, You can understand why that person may have their issues. They're just looking at things from what they view as a realistic standpoint, against the backdrop of a person that's telling you you can't do it. Trust me, I dropped somebody in 2023 because they had the audacity to tell me that trying to build something was an ineffective strategy. And I just cut them off completely because it dawned on me that that person was never going to support me, that that was all just an act on their part. Only you can distinguish what is an act and what isn't. This isn't a video for me to tell you who you can and can't be friends with, what you can and can't reveal. What this is a video about is that if you are in circles with people who are not in cooperation with your operation to move forward and build a better future, you may want to consider getting them out of your life. All right. So if you're like me and trying to build businesses and then like doing the cash challenge and things like that, and I'm still going to keep everybody in the loop because that's coming up in the wash. You got to be careful about who you move with and who you tell things. All right. Y'all be safe. Feel free to comment and like. Thanks if you like, and have a good one.